Hey, welcome back. It's Brad with Option Zoo. In this video, we're going to talk about why you should trade options over stock. Really, I could sum up this entire video in one sentence. Because options can produce huge returns with far less capital. But let's delve more into why you might want to trade options over stock. At Option Zoo, we mostly trade options, and we generally don't do the fancy stuff like spreads, iron condors, butterflies, straddles, strangles, or whatever other crazy thing you can think of. As a general rule, you'll find these trades offer a whole lot of risk with very little reward. Hey, I'm not discouraging you from doing these trades, and in fact there may even be times when we recommend it when it makes sense. In our videos and on our website, we don't spend a lot of time specifically teaching you about options because there is a plethora of information on the internet that will do this for you. We want to focus more on the psychological aspects of trading. Let's talk quickly about why options are considered so risky. It's because they expire. They can go worthless and you could potentially lose all of your money. But it sounds much scarier than it really is. When you choose wisely and manage your positions, your chance of loss is minimal, and we'll get more into all of that in a minute. Stock does not expire. You can hold stock as long as you want, but there's still the risk a company might go bankrupt, or they could be delisted, which would potentially cost you your investment. So let's look at the biggest reason for trading options over stock. Options can produce infinitely greater returns than stock. You can see in our example, if you buy 100 shares of stock at $50 a share, you're tying up $5,000. Whereas with options, you're buying one contract, which is essentially equal to or represents 100 shares of stock. Except we aren't interested in actually buying the stock. We're only buying the right to purchase the stock at the strike price of $50. When the contract is in the money, it will start to move dollar for dollar with the stock. Buying only the option in this example would net you a $300 return or 60% profit on only $500. And as you can see, if you bought the stock, you would have a $500 return or only 10% on $5,000. As the stock rises or falls, there are other price factors involved like the time premium, volatility, and other things. But the price of the call option will always be worth at least the amount of the difference between the stock price above the strike price, and it is essentially the reverse for puts. Now I don't know about you, but I like a 60% return over 10% any day with a fraction of the cost. Now let's look at the flip side of why options are riskier and why it's important to understand this. As with anything, the greater the risk, the bigger the reward. Well, as you can see with the options, it's easy to get hung up on the huge returns without remembering the potential downside. When the stock doesn't go your way, your potential for greater loss is also very big. In this example, we bought 100 shares at $50 a share for $5,000. The stock fell $5, giving us a loss of $500 or just 10%. Now in this example, if we bought the option and the stock price fell $5, the option will also fall, and just for the sake of this example, we'll say the contract is now worth only $2. Well, that's a loss of $300 or 60%, which is a greater loss considering the amount of capital you put in. You just lost more than half of your investment. But even with the potential for bigger losses, there are still many reasons you want to trade options instead. Yes, the loss was technically bigger on the option contract in this example, but you were using much less cash. So in your transaction with $5,000, you lost $500. But with the option contract, you only lost $300. You were not putting out as much money to begin with. Therefore, in some sense, your risk was less. I'm sure there are many people that will argue with me on this point. But at Option Zoo, we like putting out less cash and making bigger returns. So if you have a small account, or you just don't want to trade with large amounts of cash, then options are the way to go. Using options, a $5,000 account can make the same kind of returns as a $50,000 account trading stock. But don't go out and just start buying any old stock option thinking you're going to become a millionaire overnight. It's unfortunately not that easy, and in my early days, I lost my entire account trading options. So what do you buy? What is the secret to making more money with options and growing your account? Well, this is where our premium membership can help you. We have a proprietary system of stock picking that we've developed over years of observing stock behavior and noticing very specific patterns in certain stocks. Our system can help you become a better trader and make better decisions. If this video has helped you, I hope you'll subscribe to the channel and like this video, and the best way to support us is checking out our store. Thanks for watching, and remember, the market is a zoo.